All right, welcome to Life Fit with the DVD. Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Today, I wanted to elaborate a little bit on my process of considering all perspectives and the importance of it. It's interesting. I make these videos, and then I realize after the fact that it's like I wanted to say all these other things, and but it's at least with the way you know my brain works. It's there's all sorts of things that pop in a non-linear order, and it's like, oh, that would have been good to include instead of feeling sometimes like I say these things from a very high level perspective, and then with say these things with no instruction or solution for how to go about doing it. um, but to that end, I was thinking about it. So, what is my process? How is it that my brain is trained to consider all perspectives? I mean, one, for one, I think this is a personality type thing. I am an INFJ, or I identify as one based on all of the criteria out there and the ways that you can profile one. And yeah, I'm an INFJ. So INFJ's main preference is introverted intuition. And that is just how I approach the world. It's my dominant function. And it is the way that I'm perceiving things at any point in time. My mind just kind of runs and is always there's just always ideas. There's always just figments of intuition that pop up as I go about my day. Sometimes it's just you know seemingly unconnected things, but for whatever reason, there's associations between ideas, and they don't always pop up in a linear order. But one of the ways that I am able to kind of consider all perspectives is I'm always asking myself questions, I and I mean this can be a gift or a curse because it's a confidence thing, right? Sometimes I oscillate between confidence and doubt along things, and a lot of times when somebody has a very strong opinion towards something, I really take that opinion and through my co-pilot function of extroverted feeling, I am like sensing really well. It's not sensing, but I'm feeling other people's emotions around certain perspectives or issues or principles or whatever, and I'm saying, wow, they're really dug in on an emotional level to this idea or this fact or this truth. So whenever people are like that, it gives me pause. I hold some space for them, and I'm saying, oh, okay, like I don't need to express my opinion, especially when other people have very strong opinions. I'm usually very curious to why it is that they are thinking or feeling the way that they do on these things. Um, and to that end, I'm asking myself, like, well, could I be wrong? Is there a world where this other thing can be true? This other thing that this person believes? And a lot of the times, what I find is that my mind has already gone there. My mind already has a pretty distilled opinion on what is going on around that topic. But I find it fascinating to hear what other people have to say because they might have arrived at a different opinion based on the information that they have seen. And frankly, I typically find that they haven't gone as deep in the level of thought or feeling right around this specific thing. But it's just really fascinating to see where they're at, and to just double check myself of like, well, could this be true? Um, because in the way I think about things, typically, the more I think about a topic or opinion or idea or whatever, um, when I go down that path of thinking it through and seeing where kind of it sits in my level of truth, as well as in the collective truth, um, I'm putting things in different boxes. I'm putting ideas, principles, opinions in different boxes where, some of these things are definitely true. Some of these things are true for me, but they might not be true for other people. Other things might not be true for me, but are true for other people. And, you know, the last thing would be things aren't true for me and they're definitely not true for other people. Or, maybe a few people it'd be true for. But based on, these boxes or this profiling of potential archetypes or really it's just ideas. I'm able to assess where this person is at with their own way they see things. And to that end, it's like, okay, well, this is where they're at, so this is where I can meet them. This is where I can talk to people and be like, okay, yeah, I mean, they can see things how they want. I think ultimately we're all at different stages of where we're at and figuring things out. I am certainly not perfect, or I make mistakes all the time. Um, it's interesting from my own experience. I find that there's a lot of things that I logically come to what I feel like is a valid opinion or idea or solution, but emotionally, it's hard to execute on that idea, principle, or opinion, or the emotional part of me is just not completely on board, or it's a little bit more it's harder to calibrate. um, so sometimes people think that's like, oh, then maybe that's a more of an INTJ sort of thing. But when it does come down to the decision making process, the emotional calibration ends up feeling more true for me. But I know there's just quite a bit of balance between the introverted thinking, which is the 10-year-old process in the INFJ kind of car model that Personality Hacker likes to talk about. That's where I did my profiling training, and with that introverted thinking and the extroverted feeling co-pilot, so kind of an adult cognitive function as well as the 10-year-old cognitive function, they're quite close, at least in me, to how they balance out. I find that there's all sorts of differences between INFJs, but when you use other tools like human design, it's fascinating because I have an emotional or open emotional solar plexus and a entire design of taste, which is all about collective logic. So it's fascinating how my Myers-Briggs personality type overlaps with my actual human design major functions and where they all sit. And I think there's quite a bit of overlap between these two. How you can how your archetype is, and if it doesn't necessarily fit with I should say profile, how your profile is and how it fits in with your human design body graph. And yeah, to that end, I mean, that's that's definitely something I would love to explore a little bit more potentially on this channel, but I'm not. I don't know exactly, how to do it, but something to think about more. But to the the lesson I'm just trying to convey today, it's ask yourself, could this be true? When people are talking about their things, and you maybe feel some tension or anxiety around what they're saying, and wanting to battle them a bit. Try to take a step back in your head and ask, is this actually true? Could I be wrong? Uh, you know, just try to back yourself off of the ledge instead of engaging in the battle. Um, to really just find a common ground with people, uh, because ultimately you don't always need to be right. I know a lot of people want to be. Sometimes I want to be too. But if we are constantly trying to both be right, we're never going to find the common ground that we can agree on, and build relationships with people, build things that are beneficial to everybody. And ultimately, I think that's where we all want to be going. We want to be building things together, loving each other, building for humanity instead of dividing and just trying to tear down things. I think there's just a very clear ethical path to how humanity should be, and I don't think it's a zero-sum game. I think ultimately, when we build together, we all grow, and it's not a competition. And it's interesting to see how many people think it is or feel that it is. But in terms of life, in terms of growth and building and all of that, I think there is a lot of room to collaborate and build and grow all together. So remember to ask yourself, could this possibly be true? Could I be wrong? And you can even voice it out loud. Voice it out loud to the other person. Um, that'd be interesting to hear or see as well. But let me know what you think. Is there a way that you are able to kind of hack your mind when you're talking to other people, and going through your process of considering other perspectives? Let me know if you'd like to hear more about the Myers-Briggs side of things, or the human design and the overlap of them. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that tremendously. And until next time, talk to you later. Bye.